What's up, everyone? I am so freaking excited for this video. I cannot explain. It has been years that I've been wanting to do this. I'm going to be turning this little corner in the back of my garage into my dream mountain bike workshop on a budget. The plan is to keep it below $500 and turn this into a fully functional space where I can work on my bike, record videos. I think I'll use it a lot as a backdrop when doing unboxing videos and reviews. So yeah, I am stoked to finally get this done. Thanks so much for watching, and here we go. I've already got my bike rack stored on this side, which works great. So I like where that's at, but these two walls are gonna get used to the max to make this space work for me. Allow me to introduce you to my current setup. Mountain bike tools and spare parts. Cleaning products, lube, oils, GoPro accessories, ladders, goggles, gloves, knee pads, and racing number plates. I've also got several totes of non-bike related tools that need a home. A few weeks ago, I finally hit my breaking point when I was searching for one little part that I couldn't find. So hopefully with this project, I can organize and consolidate everything so it makes it easier to ride, easier to maintain my bike, and I don't have to go digging through boxes and boxes of stuff to find what I need.
An essential item for every workshop is a workbench. I chose to build a wooden bench myself rather than purchasing one. The back wall of my garage has a 4-inch lip where the wall meets the ground, so I needed to build it so the wooden top would extend 4 inches over the back of the 2x4 base to sit flush up against the wall. And of course, after assembling my 2x4 base, I didn't like the way the rear legs were oriented because it wouldn't allow the lower shelf to sit how I wanted. So I had to swap the back legs around, but I guess it's not a true DIY project unless you have to do it twice, right? Just so you know, if you're interested in any of the products that I purchased for this bike shop build, you'll find the links for all of them down in the description below. Next up was assembling this little tool chest. This tool center should fit great in the corner of the garage and help me get all my tools out of cluttered boxes and into nice organized drawers and compartments.
Okay, the base cabinet and tool chest are in. Pretty killer deal for 150 bucks from Ace. I'm glad I found that on Christmas sale. I think it's going to be awesome for storing most of my non-bike related tools, and it's pretty compact. I can move the top around if I want to. I could put it down there on the bench if I wanted. So good little setup. Okay, next we're going to put the pegboard across and the cabinet up above. Bench is done, pegboard is up, cabinet's up, tool chest and box are up. I really like how this is looking. It's pretty crazy to me how much I've been able to fit in this small space. I've got a couple more things to add tonight, and then I'm waiting for an Amazon shipment tomorrow that's gonna really finish out the rest of this build. So I got these rechargeable LED lights from Home Depot that I'm super excited about. They can either be mounted or they have magnets on the bottom. They've got a few different options: yellow, a little more white, and then the most white setting. It's also got a motion detector timer, which is super cool. These are rechargeable, which is nice because then I'm not burning batteries and I don't have to leave them plugged in. I can use that outlet for other things. I might play around with the placement a little bit. Bam. Yep, that was a necessary purchase. So yeah, having these on the underside of the cabinet I think is going to be super nice because it'll give me some really good lighting down on what I'm working on. And also if I'm doing any type of videoing of a project or unboxing, I've got good lighting coming down on it. So stoked on the lights. Today we got our floor mats, so I'm going to install those. Nice little torque wrench set. I got this crazy overhead light that I'm going to put up here in my garage. It's got these adjustable panels so that it can disperse LED light all throughout the garage. So hopefully that helps the lighting situation in here. I got a 44-piece tool set. I've got quite a few tools already, but they're pretty random and just I'm missing certain sizes of things. So getting a little toolkit like this I think will be helpful because everything will match. It'll look better hanging up there on the wall. Plus it's got some extra tools that I didn't have. So this thing was a pretty killer deal. 44-piece tool set. Obviously the quality is questionable. But for a similar toolkit from like Park Tool, you're going to be paying $400 or $500. So I can buy 10 of these before it pays for a Park Tool set. So yeah, I understand. Not the highest quality, but we're on a budget here and this is going to work good for my needs, working on my personal bike, my wife's bike, kids' bikes, and friends from time to time. I also got this Muck Off premium brush set. So I've been using just some brushes that I got from a hardware store to like clean my bike and stuff. But these ones look really nice, definitely higher quality. So I did sort of splurge on these brushes just because I clean my bike a ton. And we've got our Pegboard accessory kit. 121 accessories from Amazon for like 15 bucks. So first things first, let's install this floor mat. Let's dive into it.
Installing these foam puzzle floor mats is about as easy as it gets. You can find these for pretty dang cheap. The ones I bought come in several different colors. They're pretty easy to cut and trim to fit any space. In the future I think I'd prefer a hard rubber mat, but these will do for now and are super inexpensive and easy to clean. Okay, so I just installed this overhead light and holy cow, it makes a good difference in this lighting in the garage. It just screws in like a regular light bulb, but the LED panels that are adjustable really like spread out the light through the whole garage. Well, it was a bit tricky trying to figure out how to place all these pegboard accessories. I actually googled mountain bike pegboard tool setup or something along those lines, and that was helpful to see some pictures of other setups and give me some ideas for how and where to place the tools. Oh man, this next part actually took me a couple days, and that was going through my bucket of spare parts, accessories, and components. I threw away a few things and was finally able to organize everything really well. I even labeled my boxes so I'd know exactly where to find things. I already had these bike pedal wall hangers that I've been using for mine and my wife's bikes for a couple years now. In our narrow garage, these help store the bikes up and out of the way, making good use of the wall space. The key here is making sure you get it in a stud if you're hanging your heavy bike on it. This part of the wall will work good as a place to hang my racing number plates. That way I can think back on all my bike races and my mediocre results. And last, but certainly not least, I've been growing a collection of stickers from many bike purchases over the past few years, and now I finally have a place to put them. My wife thinks stickers are ugly, so this is a good spot because I can close the lid and hide them from her.
Well, my friends, the garage build is complete. It took me about a week, and I'm really happy with how it looks. I think I've made some pretty good use of this small corner in the back of my garage. I'm going to have plenty of room to work on my bike, keep all my gear organized and stored nicely, and just make maintaining my bike and going on rides a lot easier. So I'm going to give you a little tour and rundown of how I organize things. And then at the end of the video, I'll give the breakdown of how much each item cost and the total project price. As you can see, we got the bike stored up on the wall. I'm happy with where that's at. It's pretty dang easy to just pull it off right here. This is where we back the car in, so when I have the bike rack on, it'll be easy to pull that off, put it on the bike rack, and get out of here. So checking out the pegboard, that was kind of a hard thing to do, was figure out how I wanted to place everything, but I think I like how it's set up right now. I can always tinker with it later. The bench turned out pretty good, you know, for a DIY job, and I put a couple coats of protective finish over the top. So taking a look at the overhead cabinets here, on this side we've got cleaning products, towels, brushes. This is where I put all my extra spare parts, accessories, extra components. Man, I should have done this a long time ago. You know, everything is boxed and labeled so I know exactly where to find stuff. And then here I've got some extra stickers and ride wrap stuff, manuals and warranty papers, nice and organized, right where I can find it. On this side is all of my GoPro gear and accessories. Still got some extra space up there on top. Moving over to the wall, we've got our paper towels, nice and handy there. We've got a magnetic parts bowl that I haven't even opened yet. So checking out the tool center here, this top part is actually bike related stuff. Found a nice spot to put my stickers. So here we've got shock pumps, tire pumps, multi-tools, the lock for my bike rack, torque wrench for my bike rack, and then all my non-bike related tools are nice and organized, or at least better organized than they ever have been. And then this one on the bottom kind of swings open. Not much in there at the moment, but I think I'll put saws and drills and stuff down there. This lower shelf is going to come in handy. I basically wanted to make it super easy when I need to go for a ride. I grabbed this, which is my helmet, goggles, gloves, and I grabbed this, which is knee pads, back pad, and shoes. So I grabbed those two things, throw them in the car, and I'm out of here. So that's going to be super nice and convenient. This third one is, you know, extra stuff that my wife and kids use, gloves and stuff. This rolly chair, we actually already had, so I didn't factor that into the total cost. I also didn't factor in the cost of the bike stand because that's something that I already had. But I will put the link for that in the description below as well because I really like it and it was from Amazon. Several $100s cheaper than like a Park Tool brand one, but it works great and I've been happy with it. So, alright, so to wrap this thing up, let's look at the cost of each item individually and what the total cost came out to be.
Okay, so wood and screws to make my workbench was about $40. Craftsman Tool Center was $150. Metal pegboards, $33. Pegboard accessories, $15. Tool set, $30. Torque wrench, $35. Overhead cabinet, $100. Foam floor mats, $48. Bike pedal hangers, $20. I actually already had these. Muck off brushes, $20. Ceiling LED lights, $20. And under the cabinet lights, $32. So that brings the grand total to $543. I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. Just over $500 to complete a nice little bike workstation at the back of my garage. This was definitely a budget build, and you know, I shopped on Amazon and got less expensive tools, less expensive tool cabinets. And you know, sometimes I get frustrated when I look at some of these bike garage shop builds on YouTube, and you know, these guys are spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, or maybe they just have a big enough following that they got these things for free. But I think for most of us, a lot of that stuff is pretty unrealistic, and so I was trying to keep this as, you know, realistic and budget friendly as I possibly could, but I still wanted it nice and useful enough to get the job done. Please leave me some comments down below. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are about the project, and maybe I missed some things. What are some things that you think I could add? Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I had a lot of fun making this video. See you all in the next one.